10 retirement rules that are meant to be broken. Yeah, guys, just because everything you see from the financial media, print, online, says you have to do these things to be retired or to eventually be retired, doesn't mean they're true. I'm living proof of some of these here that I'm going to tell you about. Guys, let me know comments from you. Rules of retirement that you just said, nope, not doing it, going the opposite way. Let me know what you've done in this case. But here you go. Here are 10 retirement rules that are meant to be broken. Number 1, you need a financial advisor to maximize returns. No, you don't. Over a 20-year period, if you held the S&P 500, that would give you better returns than the average that financial advisors give you. I mean, if you want one, if you're not comfortable with how you feel about investments, by all means get one. By all means. Make sure you check those fees though. Make sure he's a fiduciary. Make sure he's a fee-only financial advisor, not someone who's going to take a percentage of your investments. That adds up quick. But yeah, I've never used a financial advisor. I went to one 25 years ago, one session, got some good info. That was it. Then I was set. But if you don't feel comfortable doing it on your own, go with a financial advisor. But it's not a must. Let's put it that way. Number 2, retirement is the end of all work. No, doesn't have to be. Now, if that's what you want, if you want it to be the end of all work for you, fine. You know, guys, it comes down to it's your retirement. You can do whatever you want with it, right? If you want to get some part-time work, side hustle to bring in that extra additional income that gives you peace of mind on a moderate income retirement. And hey, for those of you seeing me for the first time, my name is Duane, and this is a channel for people on moderate income and they're retired or they're planning to retire. If you think you might like that, like the video and subscribe. And if you really like it, down below, you can either buy me a coffee or you can buy my new book, The Monster Who Loves Me. So yeah, guys, it's like you don't have to sit around and do nothing in retirement. You make your retirement however it is you want it to be. Just because some people say, oh, you're retired, you can't work, you have to sit around all day. No, it's your retirement. So retiring doesn't necessarily mean the end of work. It's up to you. Totally up to you, guys. That's the beauty of it. It's your retirement. Make of it what you want. Number 3, this is the tenet of my channel. You need $1 million to retire. No, you don't. I retired on half that. Guys, there's so many financial advisors, financial media saying that financial companies, because they want your money. You don't need $1 million. Would it be nice to have it? Sure, I'd love to have retired on $1 million, but you don't need it. It's all about expenses. Keep those expenses low. You can get by on less than I've done. I've had a lot of comments on this channel. People are retiring on $200,000, $150,000. Now, yes, they keep their expenses very low, okay? But you don't need $1 million. Number 4, you need to retire debt-free. No, you don't. Would it be ideal? Yes. Is it much better with minimum debt? Yes. I retired 6 months in, I bought a house. Okay, you don't need to be debt-free. You do need to have not too much debt, though. Let's put it that way. If you're retiring on, I don't know, some people still have student loans when they retire. If you're retiring with a huge credit card debt, not the best thing to do. But guys, you don't need to be totally debt-free. It's not a necessity. Number 5, target date retirement funds are too simplistic. No, they're not. I have a lot of my my retirement portfolio still in retirement date funds. That and index funds. If you are not comfortable choosing investments on your own, if you're not with a financial advisor and you're just still not comfortable, target date retirement funds are the way to go. I've been with them ever since I started investing. Yes, I also had some individual stocks at one time. But I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with that in index funds. And most target retirement date funds have a lot of index funds in them. It's set and forget. And like I said in a recent video, if you want to retire at 2030, but you want more stocks, put your retirement date at 2040 target date fund. Nothing wrong with that. So no, they're not too simplistic. They worked out well for me. The next one, you need to go heavy in stocks early on. It's not a necessity. Again, it's not a necessity. It depends on your risk tolerance, okay? If you are not comfortable, like say you're 30 years old, you're not comfortable with 90% stocks, don't do it. There are plenty of other ways to invest your money if you're not comfortable going that heavy on stocks. So no, when you're really young, you don't have to be just totally, uploaded with stocks, 100%, 90%. It all comes down to risk tolerance, all right? Some of those big dips we've had in the market the last 10, 15 years, it's not going to affect you as much if you're not as heavy in stocks. But, has to be said, those big upswings, you won't feel the full effect of that if you're not heavy in stocks. So, individual decision, depends on your risk tolerance. The next one, you need 1 time your salary saved by the age of 30. Think about that. You're making, you're 30 years old, you're making $75,000 a year. You need at least that saved by 30 years old. No, you don't. I didn't start saving until I was 40. Would it be nice? Sure it would. But it's not a necessity. It's not a hard and fast rule. Like none of these 10 rules are. So, if you have $75,000 saved by the time you're 30 and that's your annual income, good for you. But it's not a necessity, guys. None of these are. The next one, and this is a big one. This is actually one that they've kind of been getting away from lately, but it's still there. 100 minus your age is the amount of stocks you want to have when retiring, the percentage. If I went by that, I'm 62. I would have 38% in stocks. No, man, that's way too conservative. If you're 50, this says to have 50% in stocks. Way too conservative. Now, I'm not a risky investor, so I'm not going to go 80 or 90% in stocks, but right now, I'm about 60-40, okay? So 100 minus your age gives you your stock percentage. No, another rule that is meant to be broken. Hey, what about my jacket? I know I've got those crazy gutty Bruin fans on my channel. How do you like this? Woo! Go Bruins! Next one. You need to delay Social Security as long as possible. Again, totally individual situation. If the longevity in your family is not that, if you've got your parents passed away in the early 70s, and you're 62, and there's a history of not very long living in your family, you might be fine taking it to 62, okay? On the other hand, in my situation, I'm going to hold off as long as I can, not till 70, not till 67, but I do have longevity in my family tree. So I'm going to hold off a little longer, probably 64, 65, but you don't have to hold off as long as possible, guys. Now, if you are going to be relying on Social Security to be a significant part of your retirement portfolio, yes, that's a good idea to do that. Otherwise, take it when you want it. It's all individual situation. And the last one I have, you need to start saving in your 20s. Ideally, yes, but it's not, as any of these 10 are not hard, fast rules, guys. If you didn't start saving until you're 30, fine. In my case, I didn't start saving until I'm 40. I retired at 59. You don't have to start saving in your 20s. It's not a hard and fast rule. Everyone's situation is different. You could have gone through a bankruptcy when you're 32 years old, right? You got to start over again, all right? You don't have to start saving in your 20s. You start saving when it is the right time for you. Hopefully in your 20s, but if not, don't let rules like this make you go, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to retire. No, No, it's all individual situations. You start whenever you want, save as much as you want, hopefully at one time up to the max. But just save, guys. All it is, whatever station you are in life, however old you are, just start saving. If it's in your 20s, great. If not, fine. And as always, from the beautiful, snow-capped high desert, we got this.